Story 1. When the part of the brain triggered matches. Hot, sexually appealing. Pretty, aesthetically appealing. Cute, like pretty, but also triggers an amount of paternal instinct. Story 2. She is attractive when she has some skin showing, charming when she looks good but did not put effort into it, and beautiful when she looks good and was trying to. Story 3. Hot is sexually appealing from a pure primal standpoint. A girl who just oozes sex appeal. You want to have sex with a hot girl but may not necessarily see her as relationship potential. Example: Prime Salma Hayek. Pretty is more about the face, smile, hair, and overall femininity a woman gives off. A pretty girl can easily be hot as well. A pretty girl has higher relationship potential than a hot girl. Example: Gal Gadot, although many would argue she is also hot. Cute is very similar to pretty but also includes how you carry yourself and act. A cute girl is the one you want to cuddle and kiss all night. Extremely high relationship potential. Example: Isla Fisher. These terms are not mutually exclusive, and a girl can easily be multiple or all of these. Story 4. Why are women Reddit posters so obsessed with this question? All of these adjectives are just different flavors of desirable. Story 5. Some people disagree with me on this, but I think cute implies at least some degree of likable, or at least gives off a likable vibe. Someone can be attractive but a total jerk. Story 6. I am so socially awkward and shy that I would probably never dare call a woman attractive. Attractive means mostly sexual attraction in the strongest sense of the word. Story 7. Hot. A woman dressed very well and is attractive. Pretty, a woman who is dressed casually and is attractive. Cute. A woman who is not wearing makeup and dressed like she is going to the grocery store. However, I look at her and think, she probably cleans up well. Story 8. Hot describes when I was in my early 20s and used to try my luck flirting with strippers. Pretty can refer to clothing or accessory choices on a girl I find attractive. Cute describes the Hooters girl or bartender who spends extra time with you when it is slow, or the girl next door type. Story 9. Just my thoughts. Hot is a traditionally universal aesthetic. A slim body with curves in the right places and a pretty face. Cute is more a matter of preference. Personally, I love thicker girls with curves, dimples, and freckles. This is not universally accepted as hot. The older I get, I would much rather have the second option, cute. Story 10. Personally, I would never say cute in relation to a woman. Cute is for puppies and children. Pretty, for me, means she has a conventionally attractive face. It does not necessarily mean I am attracted to her. Hot means I am sexually attracted to her. Story 11. I think of pretty as meaning a woman with a beautiful face and hot as meaning a woman with a beautiful figure. Story 12. I think it's about the emotion invoked. Hot would be really sexually appealing. It is more focused on sexual desire rather than care or bonding. Cute is also good-looking and sexually appealing but in a more balanced way. If she is cute, you would want to care for her as well. You would absolutely want to have sex also, but the sexual emotions are not as strong as with hot. Pretty is a general good-looking quality. Pretty to look at like a flower or a picture. Bear in mind that these are just first impression emotions and they can change. A girl can do something or say something that may be incredibly hot. A guy can find a hot girl cute as well. It depends on the guy and his preferences. Story 13. It's all kind of the same. Think about it less as a tier list and more as an energy or look you give off. Maybe some people prefer one more than the other, but overall it doesn't matter. For example, hot is someone charismatic who also has confidence. Cute is someone charismatic but a little more modest and quiet. It's not necessarily about how they dress but how they behave. It's all interchangeable. There is no right or wrong answer. Story 14. Hot. Attractive in a sexual way. Cute. Attractive in a romantic way. Pretty. Attractive but with no further interest. Story 15. If a boy calls you hot, he wants to have a physical relationship with your body. If he calls you pretty or cute, he likes your face. Japanese girls are pretty. Sometimes I just like staring at their faces. Story 16. When we go out on a date, she is pretty. When she is a little quirky and playful, she is cute. When it is time to do the dance without the pants, she is hot. Just make sure that no matter the time of day, she always feels beautiful and seen. Story 17. Hot is purely sexual for me. It is not tied to any desire to interact with the person, but a sheer desire to consume the body. Pretty is an appreciation of effort. It is the woman who is using knowledge of color palettes and varying shapes to enhance her image. Cute is when I want you both emotionally and sexually. You are hot enough to satisfy my lustful desires, while also being soft enough for me to want to protect your heart. Story 18 may be an age thing, but generally speaking, I wouldn't. It's weird. I'll go with any number of other compliments, just not attractive. Story 19. I would do so to convey an almost aggressive sense of sexual attraction and appreciation. Since I never want to do that, I have never used it to someone's face and probably never will, and I have rarely used it to refer to someone else. Story 20. I don't tell a woman anything like that unless I know her. The ones that I think are attractive and beautiful in more ways than one, I call attractive. Because they are. No worries. Story 21. All are attractive, but how they make you feel makes the difference. Hot implies pure sexual interest and less interest in connecting mentally. The other two are more dateable. Story 22. Hot to me is just an appearance descriptor. Cute is more about personality. Pretty has never been used in my vocabulary. Story 23. Hot means sexually attractive. Pretty means really good looking. Cute means having an adorable personality and appearance. Might just be me, I don't know about you all. Story 24. Pretty and beautiful describe women who possess those qualities. Hot refers to women who dress provocatively. If you are one or dress like one and look good, you might be considered attractive, but you are not wife material. Cute is more of an action. Story 25. I think it comes down to the vibe she gives off. Pretty feels more innocent and approachable. Cute is playful, but hot suggests there is something a little dangerous or mysterious about her that draws you in. Story 26. For me, hot is about the body and body language. Pretty is about the attractiveness of her face or gracefulness. Cute is more about mannerisms and personality. Adorable is pretty and cute combined. Gorgeous is hot and pretty combined. Seductive or sexy is cute and hot combined. Beautiful is the combination of all three. Story 27. I usually call a girl hot when she looks physically attractive, dressed sharply, and when the vibe feels flirty but also a bit sexual. Cute is for when she is doing something sweet or just being naturally adorable, like her outfit or behavior, which all feel effortless and real. I say pretty when she is glowing without even trying. Sexy is something I use more specifically, like when I am referring to her eyes, the way she dresses, or something about her vibe that really stands out. Story 28. Hot is more about confidence and attitude for me. When a girl walks into a room and owns it, pretty is sweet and gentle. Cute is endearing, but hot is that magnetic energy that makes everyone turn their heads. Story 29. If she looks pretty, she is cute. If she looks like she is trying to get pregnant, she is hot. It all comes down to the reaction when you see her. It is a feeling, really. For instance, Taylor Swift is pretty to me, but Megan Fox is hot. Story 30. Short with a round face is cute, as seen with Melissa Rauch. Tall with an angular face is attractive, exemplified by Olivia Wilde. In between is pretty, like Drew Barrymore. Girls can use exercise, makeup, and clothing to adjust their appearance along these two dimensions. Story 31. All just mean that they are good-looking in some way, but the context feels different. Hot has more of a sexual context. I am not likely to call a kitten hot, but I will definitely call my partner hot. Pretty is really general and broad. It refers to anything aesthetically pleasing or good-looking. This is the umbrella term that all the other terms fall under. Cute is a little more difficult since I would definitely call a kitten cute, but I could also say the same about something my partner does. This term seems to come from a more heartfelt, emotional place. Story 32. When she wears a skirt, jumper, and winter boots in cold weather, she is cute. When she dresses up for a wedding, she is pretty. When she wears a crotchless fishnet bodysuit and spreads her legs, she is hot. Story 33. There are different types of attractive. Hot is attractive in an overtly sexual way. Pretty is attractive in a wholesome, girl-next-door way. Cute is attractive in a youthful way. And then there is beautiful, which is attractive in an elegant, glamorous way. It is possible for a woman to be just one, or a combination of more than one. None of them are inherently more attractive than the others, and having more than one does not necessarily make a woman more attractive than a woman who has only one. A woman who is just pretty, but not cute or hot, might still be more attractive than a woman who is all three at once. Attractiveness is its own scale. The other terms do not determine where a woman is on that scale. They just categorize types of attractiveness. Story 34. I do not call my wife hot unless she is dressed seductively. I either call her pretty or beautiful. Hot is just visual. Pretty is also visual. Beautiful is everything about the person. Story 35. Hot is more about style and personality. An attractive girl can be hot, cute, or pretty depending on how she dresses and acts. Story 36. I've recently realized that my husband never calls me sexy or hot, but he sometimes calls me cute. We essentially have a sexless marriage, not by my choice. What do you think this means? Story 37. You may not always be physically warm, but you can be emotionally responsive. For example, if I know a certain look of yours means a blowjob is coming, then you are attractive in that moment. Story 38. When she has a fever or is actually on fire. Otherwise, I would never say hot, beautiful, gorgeous, breathtaking. Robs me of the ability to use verbs. Otherworldly, ethereal, entrancing, enchanting, heart-stopping. Something more original and shows I have an actual vocabulary. Story 39. For me, hot is usually a descriptor for sexual attraction. Pretty and cute are relatively similar in my usage, with pretty being a stronger version of cute to describe women I find attractive and how confident I am in making the statement without eliciting a negative response. They are not mutually exclusive to me, and my perception of an individual's attractiveness can grow or diminish as I learn more about them. Story 40. They all mean slightly different things. It is the same with words like gorgeous or stunning. It really depends on who I am talking to and what the woman looks like. Story 41. If we meet for the first time, you are cute. But if you take me home in the near or distant future, you are very attractive. Story 42. If I like the appearance of a woman, I say she is attractive nowadays. I am trying to train my eye to recognize when someone has exercised to achieve their looks. Story 43. Hot is sexual attraction. Pretty describes a girl who captivates you with her face. You notice her eyes and her smile. Small quirks or attributes that you find attractive. These qualities are not mutually exclusive. Pretty girl can also have cute qualities. Someone who is cute can become appealing and be considered hot at their normal baseline. This is how I break down the three. Story 44. Hot usually slips out when I am talking to my girlfriends about someone we do not know personally, like a celebrity or a stranger at the coffee shop. Story 45. A girl is attractive when she goes on a date wearing her favorite dress and shoes. You can tell she is comfortable, and she looks pretty and charming. She is alluring when she slips into something comfortable and walks out in red lingerie with a thong back. Story 46. When she is pure sex appeal and I do not care much about her personality. I want to date someone cute but extremely attractive. Story 47. For me, hot is about sexiness. Hot girls may be pretty, cute, or neither. Pretty refers strictly to physical appearance. I find this person's appearance pleasing. Cute is a mix of physical appearance and behavior. A girl may be pretty and also cute. She may be plain but have a great smile or an endearing attitude and be cute. The cutie might be hot, or she might inspire more brotherly feelings. Story 48. Hot describes someone you want to have sex with, but not necessarily a long-term relationship. It does not imply respect, meaning you may prioritize sex over respect for a hot woman. Cute Indicates a young appearance and does not imply sexiness. You can have a sexual relationship with a woman described as cute, but the term is not typically used to denote sex appeal. Cute women are generally younger or younger looking and may be respected. Pretty. Similar to cute but suggests an older appearance. Often used to describe someone you are in a relationship with and respect. For example, in the movie Charlie's Angels, Drew Barrymore was cute, Lucy Liu was hot, and Cameron Diaz was pretty. Story 49. Men are just nasty-minded. I can wear a short skirt and a low-cut blouse, and I am the same woman if I wear a dress that is down to my ankles and up to my neck. Story 50. I'm not a man, but I personally get called hot as much as I call others that, whether people or things. I appreciate a compliment, whether it's hot, beautiful, gorgeous, graceful, or about personality traits like being observant or witty. I don't like the word pretty. I use pretty to describe girls who are attractive but somewhat childish. I see it as being below beautiful, but hot is a different category. I probably wouldn't remember a pretty girl, but I would remember a beautiful one. I am hot, so I don't know. Story 51. Hot is a technique. Cute is a given once you get to know someone, which can be immediate if they have traits you have encountered before. Pretty is God-given. Story 52. They can absolutely be synonyms. The situation and the people to whom I am speaking make a big difference. Story 53. For me, cute is usually behavior. Pretty is overall pleasing to look at but not necessarily attractive. Beautiful, gorgeous, and stunning are attractive to me, of course, while being pleasing to look at. Hot and sexy are usually sexual attraction and can overlap with the other ones. However, I have seen hot girls that I do not find attractive in the general way. Story 54. The way I distinguish it is, women who are medium but not unattractive are cute. Pretty is usually used for those who have a beautiful face, but everything else is average or below average. Hot is when they have the full aesthetic. A gorgeous face, curvy figure, and so on. Story 55. Hot implies sexual attraction. Cute is for puppies. Do not call women cute in their presence. If you are talking about them to friends, cute is acceptable, but never let her hear you say she is cute. This will save you from passive-aggressive unpleasantness. Pretty is a lovely, more feminine, and wholesome term. Beautiful, said enthusiastically, will get you the girl. Story 56. For me, cute means a little ugly but with a nice aura and someone who takes care of themselves. Good style. Pretty means the aura is hit or miss. They could be unpleasant, but they look good, so I still want to talk to them. Hot means she looks perfect and could treat me poorly, yet I would still be drawn because her face and body are so perfect, along with knowing how to dress and having confidence. Obviously, there are all kinds of exceptions. Story 57. When she emanates beauty. This weekend, I saw a girl at an event who was so astonishingly beautiful that I had to stop what I was doing to talk to her about nothing in particular, just so I could be next to her and bask in her aura for a few minutes. If we were the same age, she would have been so far outside of my league as to be on another planet, but I would never have forgiven myself if I had walked by. Story 58. Hot means sexually attractive, sleazy, or having an unfriendly facial expression. Pretty refers to social status, being wife material, and attractive but not sleazy. Cute describes a familiar relationship, childlike appearance, and could even be like a younger sister. Do not touch that. Ever. Story 59. When she is showing something off, about to take her clothes off, or already has them off, I do not use it extensively. I might mutter something like, "You are so hot," once during the night if I am really into you. Generally, I use words like pretty, beautiful, cute, or maybe attractive. If I am saying it a lot, I am either being ironic or trying to impersonate Paris Hilton. Story 60. There are no such things as attractive women to me. There are only pretty and cute. The dimension people call attractive does not register to me at all psychologically. Thanks a bunch for sticking around till the end of the video. Remember to subscribe, and until next time, stay awesome and goodbye.